Uh, this year was a fun year for me. This group of guys, I really enjoyed coaching. There was not an ounce of quit in them. No matter what was going on in the game, they found a way to dig in and fight their way back, regardless of what was going on. In league, we were 6-8. We played a lot of close games. I think we went a stretch where we had a double overtime, and then lost it in the last minute of a game. So within 4 games, we played some close games. These guys worked really hard, and they truly enjoy being around each other, and I think that's a big thing for this team. That's going to help them down the line, being together on the floor, outside of school. They just truly enjoy being around each other and give it their all every time they're out there. So with that, I'm going to move on and talk about our first young man. This guy's a good athlete, multi-sport athlete, very aggressive, offensively, defensively. He has a very unique playing style. He did get in a little bit of foul trouble, but I never questioned what was going on with him. We've had a couple of talks, and I asked him to be a little bit more aggressive getting to the rim. And towards the end of the year, he was doing just that. And he was getting in there and getting some fouls on the other guys, scoring some buckets in crucial situations. That's Pete Cox. This next young man, very good athlete. Took him a while to kind of get used to me and the way that I like to do things. But once he did and kind of got the ball rolling, he started making some plays for us. He's a really good rebounder, really good defender, attacks the basket pretty well. And I'm really excited to see what next year brings for him. That's Evan Delino. Good job, Evan. This next guy, good athlete, multi-sport athlete, kind of a goofball at times, works really hard at everything that he does though, and he takes a lot of pride in what he does. He helped us a lot offensively, especially against zones. He was our high post threat. And if he caught the ball at the high post, you could almost guarantee that it was going to go in. He was one of our captains, and he wasn't necessarily your vocal leader, but he led by example. I'm going to work out hard and practice and give you everything that I got. And that's Ethan Farley. This next guy, I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but he got to play for me last year. And we had some talks throughout the year about him being a leader. And being the leader that I expected him to be because he played for me last year. He had some ups and downs, but he really bounced back and became the leader that I knew he could be. I would like to see him continue on with the way he ended the season. And today, just so everybody is aware, is a special day for him. It is his birthday. Great. guys, just so you know. This next young man started most of the games. He works his tail off every day in practice. He truly loves basketball. He is very good friends with another guy on the team, and when they're around each other, the rest of the team tends to laugh a lot. And it's not necessarily that belly laugh, it's just more of this chuckle that you see all these guys doing right now. If this young man continues to work on his game over the offseason, he has a very, very good thing coming for him next year. That's Piggies. So this guy, he does a little bit of literally everything. In school, out of school. He's one of our captains. He's a guy that if I said, I need you to go talk to this kid about whatever during the day, done. Didn't have to worry about it. He'd come back and, hey, this is what's going on. This is what we're talking about, yada, yada, yada. He just is an athlete overall. He does another multi-sport guy, truly enjoys just playing. He is not only a vocal leader, but he is a leader by example on and off the floor. And that's David Lane. This next guy, he is our clown. He is always joking. When we have a little meeting in practice, he's the guy that's, if I say something, he's got something coming right back, and the rest of the guys are right there chuckling along again. Handles the ball a lot. Did a very good job of it this year. We worked on getting his head up, and once he got that going, he could see the floor and pitch it ahead and get guys the ball when they were open. Cannon Sanders, come on up. Next young man, played inside for us, multi-sport guy, battled. He was an undersized big for us, wasn't the tallest guy, but he would go in there and he would fight and battle and bang for boards all night long. And he had a couple of games where his inside scoring ability got us jump-started early in the game. Never complained, never questioned anything. Just what can I do better, coach? Point me in the right direction and I'll go that way. Next year is going to be a good year for him, all around. Tyson Shea. This next young man, I don't know if he truly understands how athletic he is. When he would just attack the basket, he was very, very good. He paused a lot. He'd catch that ball and he'd think about what he was going to do. If he would have just caught and went, that guy wouldn't have been able to stay with him. He would have got some layups. And towards the end of the year, he started doing some really, really good things, attacking the basket and playing some defense and rebounding. He's going to work hard this offseason and he's going to come back ready to go again next year, and that's Justin Comfort. Last but not least, one of our other bigs, this guy, relentless effort, flies all over the court, does whatever you ask him to do. After talking with Coach Caldwell in the middle of the season, I moved him to the front of our press a little bit. and all of a sudden we started forcing some turnovers a little bit here and there, just putting pressure on. He battled through some things this year, and I'm really fortunate to have him on this team. Preston Jackson. All right, MVP. This young man, like I said, he's a great athlete, multi-sport athlete, does a little bit of everything on the floor. Our team played much better when he was on the floor than when he wasn't. And that's just his presence and his leadership. He leads by example and vocally a little bit. He has a very, very good thing coming for him these next couple years. As voted on by his peers, your 2019-2020 MVP, Ethan Farley. This next one, most inspirational. This young man, I had a talk with him 3 or 4 games into the season, and I needed to make a change with our starting lineup. And I talked it over with him and said, this is what I'm going to do. I hope you're okay with it. This is my choice, and this is what we're going to do. And his response was something along the lines of, no problem, coach, whatever's best for the team. He is a great vocal and example leader. He'll say stuff in practice when guys need to get chewed out a little bit by a player, but he'll also encourage them. He's a guy that when he's on the bench, clapping it up for some guy, made a layup. He's a leader in school, on the floor, outside of school, anything that he does. And that's David Lynn. Coach's Award. This is always a fun one for me. This young man, first year in the program, really took the time to figure out what we were doing and give it his all. He got discouraged a little bit here and there. It was an up and down time for him. And towards the end of the year, he really kind of bought into what I was asking him to do. And that was rebound, defend, and attack the basket. His athleticism is unmatched with some of these guys. And if we can keep him in the program another year or so and see how it unfolds, I think he has some good things coming for him. Evan DeLino. Your 2019-2020 JV basketball team. Hold on. Ladies, right here, please.
Oh, it's your birthday.
All right, guys, how do you do this? As awkward and loud as possible, right? All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday!